Well, I tried it, but I had explosive diarrhea for like 2 days. Sorry about that. I want to see this sign language on that. Oh, hang on. Let me say that again.
What's explosive diarrhea?
I had explosive diarrhea. Watch. That was a good one. Oh, man.
That's awesome.
Aren't you glad I asked?
Somebody put that on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, please.
That's fucking great.
Hang on a second. I'm going to get it right here.
Here, you say it and he'll do it.
Yeah, of course. So I had explosive diarrhea from trying to be a vegan. Just explosive diarrhea. It was just like, rah, rah, rah. I mean, diarrhea, explosive. Hey, the lights turned on. Are they kicking us out? What happened?
Did you guys have any idea this was going to happen today? Yeah, come on over. Come on in.
Come on over. We'll keep the light on
Bring
for
it
you.
in.
We'll go ping pong questions. I'm going to start over here, and then we'll just go back and forth. Go ahead, you, sir.
Woo, first. My question is kind of a two-parter. Is first for Michael.
Always Michael.
Yeah, that's cool.
What was it like coming back to the show after being gone for so long?
I was really nervous.
I was actually thinking about this last night. Sorry to interrupt.
You were?
We were in Salt Lake, and somebody asked a similar question. For some reason last night I was thinking, what the hell was Lex doing that whole time? Like when your character left, like where were you?
I don't know. People would say, hey, we saw the back of your head on an episode.
Like once or twice.
Are you coming back? I'm like, do you think I flew up to Vancouver to shoot the back of my head? That was my stand-in. What was his name?
I forget.
Anyway, I was really nervous because it had been 3 years and it was a series finale and I hadn't been around and it's like, oh my gosh, can I do this? And I went on set and, Tom gave me a big hug, rubbed my head.
Aww. Bromance.
Gently though, because the makeup and stuff.
Yeah, gently, yeah. And it was, a few takes of messing up as usual.
It did feel as though he hadn't been gone. It felt really right. And it was Michael, to be honest, it was Michael's decision to come back. Because we didn't really need him.
Yes, you did.
I mean, we could have done it without him, but Michael insisted, and it was like, all right, cool.
I remember the first take, I was so nervous, I was like trying to remember my line, and then it has big crane shot, the Luther mansion's just broken, and it just finally, 20 seconds later, it finds my face, and I go, shit, what's the line?
We're like, welcome back, Michael.
That's
it's been
exactly
a few years.
what Tom said, welcome back. So it was like I never left, but it was bittersweet. It was, I definitely teared up. I cried at the end when Natalie, the makeup artist, she hugged me. And that's when I lost it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is family for 10 years. I'm like with this guy 10 months a year, or 7 years for me. But it's a lot. It's like I spend more time with them a week than I do with my family in a year.
Yeah?
It surprises me that you'd be nervous. I don't know why. I just think
I get nervous, man. I still get nervous everything I do, and I don't understand why. Like, I wish there was...
I think it's a good thing, though, because it wakes you up, it keeps you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you get adrenaline, right?
Yeah.
It is, but I have issues, like perfection. Like, I want it to be perfect.
Next question.
But nothing can be perfect.
So talk about your issues.
I get nervous. You don't get nervous?
Of course I get nervous. That's a whole...
You got nervous in draft day. Remember you were telling me that?
I did.
You got nervous with Kevin Costner?
Yeah, so I had a Rosenbaum... I had a Rosenbaum moment where I did this movie and Kevin Costner plays my coach and I'm supposed to go up to him and yell at him and of course they shoot my side first and I got this whole thing down, I know exactly what I'm going to do and I get up there and I'm just like, line! And I couldn't remember what I was going to say and then the director just cut and Mr. Reitman comes in and he's like, it's okay, yeah, it's cool, like we'll fix it, and I'm like, okay, now you're just trying to make me feel comfortable so I'm not embarrassed and I see what you're doing and it's making it worse. Because you're trying to calm me down. And then, so anyway, we're gonna do it again, and Kevin comes up to me and he's like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm really sorry. I mean, I just wanted to be good. And he goes, don't worry, just don't hold it against me when I forget my lines. And I'm like, that's actually the coolest thing anyone's ever said to me. And then we just kind of went from there. So it was a really humbling experience.
I had a similar experience with Kevin Costner. I auditioned for The Postman, and we sat on the floor, and I read for like 40 minutes, and then I didn't get the part.
Why were you on the floor?
For some reason, he wanted to get on the floor.
Did he get on the floor?
Yeah, it was weird. I walked in, he goes, "Hey, buddy, what's going on, man?" It was like, "Michael, hey, have a seat on the floor." I'm like, "Thank you." It was like something where
Like, do you sit crisscross?
I don't know. It was just down there trying to be intimate, not intimate with him, but like the scene was intimate. It was like,
kinda jealous.
it was like this, and then it was just like.
Oh, hi.
That was you and Kevin.
Someone get me this picture later.
That was you and Kevin Costner? He got that close to you?
Yeah, he got pretty close, and we did the scene.
He just pointed at me at one point.
Really? Learn your line.
He's like, "Are you done?" And I'm like, "No," and he's like, "Get done." And I was like, wow, pointing wasn't in the script. He just added that.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they keep it?
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
Did we answer your question?
Well, I had a second part.
Okay.
Well,
I thought-
too bad. Where are you? I can't even see.
It's
He's over there.
Wait.
Oh, there you are.
Hi.
Hey.
I kind of feel stupid asking this now.
Is it about explosive diarrhea?
No. Because you guys kind of touched on
Oh, hang on.
Wait.
Hang
That
on.
was good.
What's your name? Andrew. Andrew?
Andrew.
I'll learn that later. I'm sorry. But Andrew, right when you said explosive diarrhea, sorry, he turned to me and he just goes. He gave a wink, like he goes, "I get it. Enough with the diarrhea." But go ahead with your question.
Wow.
What was it like being in a scene together after so long?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was great to see Michael again. It was like seeing your brother, Aside from that one crane shot, that's a true story. It came all the way down and you forgot the line. After that, it was just really cool. And it worked for the scene. If you guys remember what that scene was, it was about that, in a sense. The show was really well written that way, tonally, with the heart and the characters and stuff. So it was sort of like, reality meets sort of like art. It was actually a really good, well-written scene, I think.
Thank you.
That's a great
Thanks.
question. See, that's a good question. Over here.
Well, if the opportunity opened up on Supergirl to play Lex Luther, would you do it?
No, I wouldn't. I would never shave my head. I mean, I would, but not. Oh.
I mean, you could do it. Put your back into it. No, I mean, I just haven't really thought about it. I mean, it hasn't presented itself. I mean, there was some people were talking about it, but I did that. Tom and I have talked this. We did this show for a long time, and we loved it, and it's great. Look, if it's a movie, that's a different story. That's like something different. But to go back after being on a huge show, which kind of was the starting point for a lot of these other shows, the superhero shows, it would seem weird to just now go be a guest star on someone else's show. For me, I think, unless it was just a great role, I don't know if. I just don't know.
It's a tough question because I know from a fan standpoint, some of you want to see that. But that show is tonally very different from Smallville. So if we played our characters on that show,
Wouldn't fit
it
it.
actually wouldn't fit.
I want to be in the movies. I would do that.
Who wants to see Michael in the movies?
Thanks, guys. You know what's funny is, people always say, "Are you mad that Jesse Eisenberg or whatever, they're Lex Luther and you're not?" I'm like, I'm not mad about it at all. I wish everybody success. I guess the only thing I was upset about was like, you'd think one of those clowns would have just been like, "Hey, let him audition.
I know.
Let him read. Let's just see what he's got." Millions of people watched the show. It was a huge success. He didn't suck. Let's let him read out of respect.
It actually,
Not an effing word.
but selfishly, I think it would have been cool to watch Michael's character, because in Smallville we got the time to sort of delve into the characters and show you versions of these characters that we see in the movies, but you never knew really where they came from. But it would have been cool to see Michael's Lex sort of like appear, because then it would be so much more informed. That movie character would be so much more informed if you would have played it.
I like this.
Yeah.
You talk
You should
to
be his
them?
agent.
I'll talk to him.
Seriously. Yeah, I'm ready to, it's like I always want to explode with this character. I want Lex. Lex is one of those brilliant minds. Well,
Why haven't we ever figured this out before?
I'm just saying Lex is one of those brilliant minds that it's just like he's calculating, he's cool, he's really bright.
He's bald.
Doesn't need to do too much until he loses his shit. Or his diarrhea. Explosive.
This poor guy.
There.
Next question.
I have never in my life wanted to go out for beers with any other panel more than I want with these two
Oh, we're
dudes.
fun.
For
We're
real,
fun.
right?
Well, listen,
Could
we're
you
here for you
imagine?
guys.
Just
We're here for you guys.
Can I go?
Here we go.
I'll just come hang out with you.
Here we go.
Look, it's like the walk of champions.
So what Michael's doing right now is he's gonna find the fan that doesn't want to talk.
By the way, 2 people there had
what he's
sweaty
doing.
hands. I'm not going to mention them, but 2 people were sweating a little bit on their hands. Who was it? Let me see your hand, young lady.
Oh,
Not sweaty. You! Pretty dry. Where are you going, brother?
Is he leaving?
I'm in the middle of a...
Oh, he just wanted a selfie.
Last
not
one.
you for going down there.
You didn't even give me a high five, you jerk! A little moist. Little moist.
All right,
right.
next question.
Next question.
We got the shirt brigade.
Let's keep them one-part questions, because obviously we go on a little while.
I've lost track of even what side we're on. This side. Off you go.
What
Question.
are you doing?
I was gonna ask what your Hogwarts houses are.
Oh,
My Hogwarts, what? That's Harry Potter
Hogwarts
stuff.
houses.
The what?
With Hogwarts, Harry Potter. Which house do you belong to? You can ask them.
Oh, I don't know. I will tell you this. I went to the Harry Potter thing that they have there in Los Angeles. Universal. Is it Universal?
Yeah.
And me and my fiance, we were there, and we finished, and there was this whole thing of all these different wands that you can choose, and I'm not familiar enough to know the difference between the two. And the woman was like, "Well, just pick one." So I picked one, and she picked one. Turns out I picked like the most evil one there is, and Jessica picked Harry Potter's, and neither of us had any idea. And she was like, "Wow, you guys are a good match."
What do you think?
Hey, I found someone back here, Tom.
He's all the way in the back, guys. All the way in the back.
This
Oh, there he
kid's,
is.
this kid's sitting in the way back eating a hamburger or something. Hey, buddy, you a big fan of Smallville?
I don't. No.
Oh, come
I love
on.
this kid. Hold on, I gotta come see this kid.
I don't really.
He's funny. Hey!
Hang on.
I don't really know who you are.
You don't really know who I am. Well, let me inform you, my friend. What's your name?
Sam?
Sam, I want you to know one small fact. You're in the Smallville panel!
So what brings you here to this panel? What brings you here to this panel?
Oh, so the parents are fans. And you haven't let him watch any?
No, we've let him watch it. The problem is that as he starts getting into shows, he has to leave because he's not always with us.
What do you think about Lana?
He hasn't seen the show
At all?
at all.
Yeah, I've been.
Next question.
Well, we love you.
I want it just for the record. This is my life right now.
That's awesome. Well, you got 10 years to watch, bud.
I love that kid. He's like, I don't know who you are.
What's
I'm
up?
here for a nap.
Yeah.
What you got, Tom? What you got, buddy?
All right, so I had a question for Michael.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it.
Who was your favorite character? To
And
make
by the way, enough with David Tennant. Who is it? He's got all the lines out there.
Who's David Tennant?
Come see us. We're the
Sounds like a
guys.
senator.
We're the cool ones. God's sake. Does David Tennant come out in the audience? Does David Tennant hang out with all you sexy bastards? Diarrhea.
Hi, I'm Maddie.
All right, so we have 5 minutes left.
No, we don't.
No.
I'm
I'm up here playing on Spotify Celine Dion's All By Myself.
all by myself.
But it's fine. You're back. You're back. Oh, wait.
Don't wanna be all by myself anymore. was young, I never needed anyone, and making love was just for fun. Those days are gone.
Sorry.
Diarrhea.
This panel kicks ass.
Everybody.
Ah, so good.
Everybody.
Question over here.
Hi, I'm Maddie.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, how long did it take to... Wait.
Don't worry, I'm not Maddie about you.
How long did it take to make
Episode?
of Smallville?
8 to 10 days.
10 days. That's a long time.
10 months out of the year, 6 days a week, usually 14 to 16 hours a day. But the episodes would overlap, so the extra 2 days, actually they only counted as 8, but they actually were 10. And then they just overlap with A, B, and C, and sometimes a splinter unit.
I had to wake up at 5 a.m. to shave my head for 2 hours.
Yeah.
He was sleeping.
Yeah.
And then he was so tired after work, he almost got in car accidents.
I would get there and I'd be like, I'd go in the makeup trailer and Michael had been there and I'd be like, what are you doing here? He's like, I've been here for 2 hours. It took him 2 hours to shave his head. And I was like, that sucks. Later. Well, good luck with that.
Maddie, thank you. Those are great questions. You're quite lovely.
I gotta know, have you ever interviewed him on your podcast? That was off the rails, wasn't
Dude,
it?
it was the biggest one. It's bigger than Kristen Bell. It was bigger than
Kristen-
Zach Levi, Stephen Amell, all these guys. His was like the biggest. You could listen on iTunes.
I think it's the longest.
It was the longest too, and we get really deep. It's great because the show, it's called, if you haven't checked it out, please try to check it out. It's free, it's on iTunes. Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum.
Yep. Woo!
It's therapy for all of us, trust me.
Who's seen it?
Well, you can listen to it now. It's not video, but you
Who's
can
gonna see it?
listen to it.
There we
Come
go.
on, everybody should raise their hand. It's free, it's therapy.
Well, and you're funny, so I can't even imagine, like, you
Download it, just listen to it on your way home.
You trust me, you're gonna tweet me and go, oh my gosh, this is actually good. Believe me, I've done a lot of crappy things, Diarrhea. And this is not one of them. You're gonna listen and go, wow, this makes me appreciate things more. You just check it out. What? It's lovely. It's delightful.
Next question.
right on cue.
Sorry.
Question over here.
I'd like to know what the biggest challenge you both faced with like the Red Kryptonite and becoming Zod, and I guess playing the characters differently than you had been for years.
Well, there's actually a really funny story.
Good question.
Where Michael was reading one of the scripts that had Zod in it, and he was like, this is great. I'm not in that episode. And they're like, he's like, who's this? I don't know who the Zod guy is, but I'm not in the episode. And they're like, no, Michael, you're playing Zod. He's like, what?
I thought I had the day off. I'm
I'm
like,
gonna
I
go
guess
get some tissues. He just blew his
Sorry, I
nose
had
in
to
my
blow my
show
nose.
notes.
She had notes. I said, are you using those notes anymore? She said, no, I blew my nose in them. What's wrong with that? I have some allergies.
So that was probably a very challenging thing for Michael. I think for me, it's actually, the challenge is actually a lot of fun because a lot of times when you're, especially for Clark, he's in a lot of the scenes and he's kind of, playing the same character. It was fun and almost refreshing when they would mix it up a little bit. So it was just it was more fun than anything else.
Okay, thank you.
Over here.
Hi, my name is Mal.
You know what? If he asked me if he needs anything else, like my chair, no, because I know what's coming next. If he blew his nose in my notes and he's drinking a whole thing of water. Hey, Steph, where's your purse? Not here. It's not here. You may
Just
not.
hydrating
You
myself.
may not borrow my purse.
Yeah, laugh when you're all dehydrated later. Go, gosh, that guy was smart.
Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Maui, shapeshifter,
Do it.
demigod of the wind and sea, hero of man. I was just trying to get them to do some funny stuff up there.
Oh,
Anyway, I'm so grateful for you guys to be here.
thank you.
Thank you so much. I love this show from the very beginning. So I wanted to tell you, your relationship in Smallville is like my favorite thing ever. And it was really great when you came back after all that time, Michael. But I gotta say, Lex, your Lex just destroyed every other Lex for me. Yeah.
Thank you.
What's the question?
And so I wanted to. My favorite episode was Onyx when you separated into two from the Black Kryptonite.
You did that?
Yeah. Do you know why I love that episode? Because I got to play with myself. No, my character.
I don't think I saw that episode actually.
Dude, I split in half and I'm battling myself in the whole episode.
Oh, that was great.
Oh my God.
You gotta check it out, man. That was a good episode. I loved it. It was really hard, and I had to.
Right.
I was yelling at my stand-in.
The one I can't remember.
Shit.
I know he was.
But I remember just like screaming at him, and he's just reading me the lines. But he did a really good job. I remember, but like it was a hard episode. But I was playing with myself.
Yeah, it's hard to act with you. I mean, it's a challenge.
It's hard to play with yourself.
Yeah, so there was that part, right, where you're like, you shot Jonathan Kent, and you're like,
What?
yeah, and he's got a
Is that how he
ring,
died?
and he like crypto pistol whipped Superman. He's on the ground. He's like,
Dude, I was a badass in that episode. That's why he
This
didn't watch
guy's gonna kill you if you don't ask a question.
Well,
Because he wants to ask his question.
Well, back in the day, right, we had to watch that. It went to commercial, and I'm like, damn, he's gonna kill that guy.
Question mark?
Yeah. So, but anyway, my question is, if
That was an awesome 20-minute prelude. You're awesome.
This better be a good question.
yeah, I wanted to know what your guys' favorite relationship in the show was.
I think it was Michael playing with himself.
Mine was, of course, working with this guy, Clark and Lex dynamic. That's what the show was.
Right.
Buddies, story before the story, and how it all ends and how it goes bad. That's the story.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're up.
Hi guys, I'm a middle school teacher and I use Superman and Smallville when the kids study like Hero's Journey.
So you're like,
Journey.
kids, you're gonna watch TV today.
Yes. Well, but we have a lot of reading too and graphic novels, and actually that's the question I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask, when you guys play these characters, did you spend a lot of time reading up on the mythology of
I did not. To be very direct, I played the character who would have never known any of that information, so I made a choice to almost, I saw Superman movies growing up, obviously, but I didn't reference or research because the kid didn't know what the hell he was doing. And so if I would have researched that, it would have just been information he didn't need to have. It's kind of like when Rosenbaum wouldn't read the scenes he's not in, therefore he had no idea what was going on. He'd be like, Clark, where have you been? He really didn't know. He really had no idea.
Wasn't his question. You know what? For me, I honestly love Gene Hackman, but if you do it like someone else, you try to emulate someone, it's not going to be authentic. And you guys are smart. The fans are smart, and they see through BS. See if you're trying to copy something. And I just go, my best vulnerable, be real, be authentic, and just do it. And that was it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I get in on this? Oh,
Dick.
that was pretty good. Oh, here we go. We already know from yesterday.
Dick.
Now say dong and then schlong.
Schlong?
There's a hole. Here we go.
Schlong.
We know this from yesterday.
Slong. Sorry, that guy ran out of here. Could you imagine if we were still in Salt Lake? We'd be killed. We're talking about schlongs and dongs?
So we did a panel in Salt Lake, and there were 6,000 people in the auditorium. It was packed. Every seat was taken.
Awesome.
Not like Rose City, but
No. But we love Rose City. Rose City.
I'm joking.
Portland.
But next year, when we go back to Salt Lake, we're gonna get this stuff going. It's gonna be a disaster.
This was like a brand new thing. We're gonna bring you guys on the road for stand-up comedy. Yeah, I love you. You're a genius. And handsome. Pretty. Schlong.
I regret bringing it up, but I'm also glad. Let's go for a question over here.
Sorry. Oh, we gotta do Spitfire, don't we?
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire, I'm sorry. Spitfire?
No, we still, oh wait, how does
We got time?
Yeah, you have 20 minutes.
All right.
We got plenty of time.
All right.
When do you want, how much time on the clock before?
Nobody leaves.
18 minutes.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Fiona. I've been watching since 4 years old, I think.
Wow.
And anyway, my question is, what was your favorite season of Smallville?
For me, looking back, probably the first one, just because it was all so new. And trying to figure out what we were doing and what we were going for and everything kind of coming together.
So naive. So
Stupid.
yeah. I mean, we were just excited about everything. And then we were like, oh, this is fun. And then we realized, wait a minute, season 2, we don't want to work 17 hours a day. They can't do this to us, can they?
And then a couple seasons later, I'm like, who's this Blur character? What's the Blur? And I'm like, oh, I see.
That's you.
Yeah.
Good question, Fiona. Over here?
Yes, hi. My name's Jesse. I just wanted to thank you guys for doing awesome shows like Smallville. I'm deaf and got meningitis 2 years ago and had to be in the hospital for 3 months. But shows like Riverdale and Smallville helped me to get through some of the tougher times.
I'm coming to hug you, son. You're getting a hug.
Uh-oh, look out. Look out. Look out, you're gonna get a hug.
You're gonna get a hug, dude. And it's gonna be a big, juicy one. I'm not that bad of a guy. It's a good man right there. Thank you. Oh, thanks. I love you too. Oh my gosh, look at you, what you're wearing there. Aren't you? You gotta be comfortable in that. Stand up and say hi. You look fantastic. Woo! Yeah!
Hey, doll, how are ya? She is a regular Comic-Con attendee.
She's awesome. I love her enthusiasm. Woo, baby. All right.
Sir, the floor is yours. Why don't you interview the people sitting next to you?
So, young lady, what's
she's
your
like this.
name?
Oh, Suzanne.
Did you enjoy seeing Tom Welling without a shirt?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Did you ever fantasize about Tom Welling?
You know, maybe a little.
Have you ever fantasized about Lex Luther?
Well, absolutely.
Absolutely. All right.
I got
He's doing it now.
There is a question that keeps me up at night, and this kind of goes across the board for most characters that you see in film or television, but I'll direct this toward Michael. I'm always curious of what their morning routine is like. Like, when Lex Luthor wakes up in the morning, like, what does he do? Or like all these other characters, like the people like from the Marvel universe, like Iron Man, like how does he get out of bed? What I loved about the Batman thing that Christian Bale did is he kind of like gets out of bed, he does the push-ups, and I'm like, oh, that's how he does it. Like, that's cool. But like, does Lex drink coffee?
I can tell you how I get out of bed. I open my eyes and I go, do you really want to do this? It's like if you sleep a little longer, it makes the day less. No, that's not true. Come on, don't feel bad for me. I have a great life. I think Lex, how would Lex wake up?
Like, does he shave his own head? Does he have somebody doing it for him?
I imagine he has a bed.
Or does he just not have hair?
I think he has a bed.
He just doesn't have hair?
Sort of elevates.
Oh, that makes it easier.
It elevates in the morning when the alarm hits, and then it turns around like this. And then all of a sudden, all his servants come in, and they push in like hot water and put towels on his head and his feet. Turns into a massage, shaving the head, the face.
He has thought about this.
The chest.
What about the back?
The arse.
What about the...
Yeah, I think doesn't that sound right? How does that seem to you?
Right? Sure.
Yeah, seems pretty good, right? That's how I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. What do you guys think? What's your favorite thing about Tom Welling? Besides his eyes, and his sexy body, and his charisma, and his charm, and his character of Clark.
I like how much crap he gives you.
Yes! I'm here for that.
We were thinking about taking this on the road, like going across the 50 states. Just me and Tom, an evening with Tom and Michael.
All 54 states.
50, all 50. That would be a good poster. Michael
54
and Tom.
states.
You like how I put Michael and Tom? All 54 state tour. And all 50.
It's curious. It gets your attention.
The stairs are just right there.
Oh, I'm tired.
You got it. Which side? So I love it. You're sitting out there in the audience, and you get ready to ask him a question. They just kill the lights on him. They're like, "Get back on the stage, would ya?" I love that you. Right? I do love that you go down there and see everyone. Which side? Thank you. To you.
Hey, Tom and Michael, me and my buddy have watched Smallville since season 1. We're huge fans. My question to both of you.
I think it's my buddy and I.
I apologize. English is my second language, but...
Kidding, I'm an idiot.
Nah, you're good. No, my question is, can both of you give my friend a shout out here since he's kind of really jealous that I get to see this panel?
You better be recording.
I will.
We just said this. It's the rules. Last one.
We'll be recording when you're asking.
Yeah, his name's Christina Dougal.
Christina
What's up,
Dougal.
Dukes?
Christina Dorfelman.
And Tom, can you yell a little louder because he admires Clark a lot?
Hi.
Dumbledore, we love you.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Now, no more. And the reason being, and I hate to be the jerk about it, but we want to get to questions for the people who are here, not for the people who are not. That's the last one. Sir, we'll go to you. Yeah, I'm the asshole. I know it, but let's do this. Go ahead.
My name is Justin, and I have a question about the future of Smallville. You guys, they talk about an animated series coming out sometime soon. Is that going to happen?
We keep talking about this. It was an idea that came out.
God damn it.
From a panel.
Give it
a
back.
while ago.
Don't use the
And
words.
Mike,
Oh, I'm
keep talking about. We've made.
And I left it unlocked. Dangerous.
Made some phone calls to some people who, because we can't just do it ourselves. There's a lot of licensing and like Warner Brothers and all this stuff. But I think it'd be a lot of fun. I haven't read any of the comics that seem to continue on from the Smallville that we did. So that would be another opportunity for me to not know what happens. Apparently.
I hear that
Animated,
Michael.
Animated.
We want it animated.
I hear that Michael doesn't want to shave his head.
That's yes.
You speak Michael. He's got the head.
This is the best thing ever. I want you at my house with me. I just want to start yelling and then look at him and make my day better. Because he's doing this like he has to, I mean, imagine articulating what I'm doing right now. It's just fragmented bullshit. And he's just like, God, shit, what is this guy saying?
He gave up.
I mean,
There's no words for what you do.
I have no energy left. I'm exhausted.
I doubt that very seriously. Go
You
ahead.
guys having fun? Is this fun? Yeah.
Because I just got word from your agent, because of your photo opportunities and the signings, I'm going to take a quick selfie with you guys, and then we're going to get you off the stage. So look right here.
5, 4, 3.
I know. Right here.
Thank you guys over here. Tom, this guy. Oh, yeah.
Diarrhea.